Let's go. All right. So again, guys, want to welcome you to this call. Thanks for making the time to be here. All right. It is important to be plugged in. It is important to be plugged into the calls, into the sessions, because if you're building a business, you have to take your business seriously. You have to treat it as a business. Unfortunately, you've got persons who get involved in the industry. They do not plug themselves into the information as they're supposed to. And because of that, then they're lacking in information that they should have and that they should know. All right. So I want to restart doing these calls again. We had started them in September. We have stopped as right after we had officially launched, just to kind of get an idea as to what the company was looking to do and how the schedule would have been and what they were looking to bring out. So I can tell you right now, I believe I'm going to be doing these again every Sunday, possibly more than once a week. But for now, I'm looking at Sundays for sure. All right. So this can be a pretty interactive session. All right, guys. Feel free to unmute yourself if you, or better yet, feel free to raise your hands if you do have a question and you want to state something. I can go ahead and unmute your mic. That way we don't have everyone kind of just jumping in at the same time and everyone trying to talk at the same time. All right. So the whole purpose of this call is to pretty much go through a number of things that can be and should be done to launch your business correctly, launch it properly, and launch it in a massive way. All right. Obviously, we trade and we're happy with that. I think for the most part, persons are very satisfied with the signals. Persons are very satisfied with the calls, and the services that are offered by the business. Every week so far since we started to give signals, it's been a profitable week. Every single week, if you've been taking all the signals. So we're good on that end. What this is going to focus on primarily is how to develop your network side of it, how to launch your business correctly, how to launch it in a way that you create duplication. If you're a leader and you have other persons within your team as well, like I said, you want to get them on the call, but you didn't have them launched. So one of the first things that I'm going to jump right into, there's a number of other things, but this is the first thing that I want to jump into, guys. Why is my nose itching me? All right. And this is what I call the quick launch manual, okay? Or the quick launch guide. Now, I put this together to serve one specific purpose, and that is to have something that was, easy to duplicate, easy to pull up and go through. I know that there are a number of other different types of manuals out there and quick launch guides out there, but here's the reality. Most people do not read. All right. Most people do not read. So if there's too much information to read through, unfortunately, a lot of persons are always going to miss out because they're not paying attention and they're not willing to go through the amount of reading that is necessary to really capture the information that they should. So what I've done, guys, I've kind of put together a number of things into one page, one document. You can print this off, you can laminate it if you want. But the key thing here is that you want to get this in the hands of every single person in your team that has an interest in developing the business. Okay, in the hands of everyone, every single person in your team should have this. All right, so let's kind of go through it from the right to the left. All right, we're not going to start on the left. We're going to start on the right side. We're going to come down, look at the to-dos and the do's and the don'ts, and then we're going to kind of flow over to the other side, and probably will switch that around. Not the last. I will look at the other side and focus on the numbers and the PS3 and so on. So the question really is, you just got started in the business, all right? You want to develop a network. What do you do? Well, one of the very first things that you should do is start on your list, okay? As you start on your list, that also comes with watching this getting started video. So, you register, you log into your account. When you go to your account, the very first thing that hits you smack dab in your face is the getting started video that is done by Coach Max, all right? Very first thing. So every single person, from the minute they register in the business, what should you tell them? Well, one, you want to get this to them, send it to them, forward it to them, email it to them, whatever you need to do, but make sure they have this. And you want to say, look, log into your back office, log into your member account, and I want you to watch the video, the very first video that pops up, watch that first, period, okay? Watch that first. That video goes through a lot of things, like how to go through the back office, navigating the back office. you know, how to, you know, what the different links represent, what they're for, you know, very, very, very important information. It goes into how to set your trading view account up. It goes through, the broker setup, all this kind of stuff that goes through. Very important information. Where to find the university tab, how to go into the university, what the different links mean, how to get into the signals group, the signals channel. All of that is in that first video. So that should be the first thing that every person that you bring to the business goes through. And I want to reiterate this, guys. It is important that you make sure that your new prospects get this and understand this. Do not just bring people into the business and expect that they're supposed to know what to do. Your role as a sponsor is to at least guide them. It's not to do the business for them, but it's to at least guide them to the areas that they need to know about so they know what to do to build their business successfully, okay? The next thing that you want to do, guys, and this is where we start to get really practical, you want to start to write your names list, okay? This is very, very important. Every serious network marketer knows that the list is one of the most fundamental things or tools really that you have in building a business. Why is that? Because the list acts as your foundation, all right? Once you have your list, what you want to do is then you're going to start to pretty much sort that list based on the quality of individual that is on it. Your aim at the beginning is not to just write down who you think is going to join. You don't know who's going to join. You don't know who will or who won't. You don't know that. The people that you think may be interested, they may not be. The people that you think may not be, they may be. So it's not for you to judge who will or who won't. It's just for you to write that list out, put the names, and if you can put the contact numbers as well, or if it's someone that's on Facebook, for example, or Instagram, and you don't actually have a contact number for them, well, then you can put their Facebook handle, their Telegram, their Instagram handle, and so on, okay? But you want to put the contact information of the persons that you want to contact. How else are you going to get in touch with them? If it's an email, so be it. What I would suggest is if you can do, if you're on a computer, even on the cell phone, you can do it, I believe. Get an Excel sheet. I mean, if you're old school and you want to get a book and you want to write stuff down, that's fine. I got a book and I got pages and pages and pages of names. Look, I got pages, man, and pages of names and people. And this is just one book. All right. I stopped using book. I now put everything in an Excel spreadsheet so that I can sort by first name, sort by last name, sort by when I actually contacted you, sort by when the last follow-up date was. So I have a lot more information. So I know who's interested, who's thinking about it, and who's not interested. And I color code it by green, orange, and red. All right, or something like that. All right, green, orange, and red. So I know whether you are ready to go, you're about to sign up, whether you're thinking about it, you're midway, but you might have some more questions, or we got to do a follow-up, or red if you may not be interested right now, or you just don't have the money to do it right now. I don't scratch you off the list completely, and here's why. Circumstances change, right? A person that may not be interested today might be interested in 2 months, right? So 2 months down the road, I might reach out. I might say, hey, just keep you in the loop, just let you know things are still going pretty good. Are you still, just wanted to reach out and see if things are still okay on your end, or maybe you might be looking or whatever. But I might reach out down the road, give them a chance. Things happen, things change. Sometimes people reach out to you versus before you get back to them, okay? So list is important, guys. I suggest between 100 to 200 names, right? Between 100 to 200 names to start with, okay? Now the thing about the list is this. You have to keep adding to this list. Like every single day, you should be adding to your list. Your list grows. It should never end. And when we get into the other section, when we're going to talk about taprooting, you're going to understand why you should never, ever run out of people to talk to, okay? We're going to talk about that. Now, I want you to set a target of at least 10 exposures per day, all right? 10 exposures. Now, an exposure is not just talking to 10 people. Is there anyone in the room who can tell me what an exposure actually is? What do you believe the definition of when I say an exposure? What do you think I mean? Just so that we have some interaction going on here. What do you think I mean when I say an exposure? Anyone? I think you can, if you want to unmute, you can unmute as well and do that. If you
Showing persons an opportunity, getting them to view the opportunity, or on a Zoom session or something like that.
Okay. All right. So Christopher says advertise. I think that's not like Kiani that was speaking. So showing them the opportunity, getting them to view it. Now, yes, here's why. It's a bit more than just advertising, Chris. And here's why it's a bit more than just advertising. Oh, by the way, Chris, you got it set to private. You can change it to everyone when you in the chat. So if you go on Facebook and you just blast a message out and 100 people see the message, no one contacts you, you don't contact anyone, but you send it out to 100 people, would you say that you have done 100 exposures? If 1,000 people are on your Facebook friends list and you send it out to 1,000 people, would you say that you've done 1,000 exposures? Have you really done 1,000 exposures? You haven't. You send it out to a lot of people, but here's what an exposure really is. When someone has actually taken the time to view the information, now you've done now that exposure has happened. They're not exposed to it. They haven't watched the video. They haven't looked at the information. You just blasted it out to a lot of people. This is why I don't ever really just take information and just blast it to a bunch of people. You know, I post information that causes curiosity. And when that person contacts me, then I send them the information. Because you might send it to 1,000 people. Check this out. What if 500 people look at the information and they like it? They're actually interested in it, but you don't know who actually looked at it. They may not contact you. They may be like, this looks pretty interesting. Oh, this actually looks good, but they may not get back to you. Now, someone else might come the same day or the next day and say, hey, have you heard about Epic? You say, hey, I watched something just today. Some friend of mine on Facebook sent some information to me out on Facebook, and I saw it, and it actually looked pretty good. And the person says, oh, you signed up, right? They said, no, I haven't, but I think I want to do it. Well, great, sign up with me. So here it is. You send the information out. Your prospect, who you don't even know is a prospect because you don't know they watched it, sign up with someone else. How can you get mad? You couldn't contact them because you don't even know they viewed it. This is why I don't ever just blast stuff out there, right? I deal with people one-on-one. If I got to send it to 10 to 50 people one by one, I'm going to do that because at least I have that direct connection. Does everybody understand that? You remember, in networking, it's always about creating a personal connection. It's about building rapport. It's about having a conversation. It's about creating a relationship. This is relationship marketing, not just network marketing. It's relationship marketing. When there's no relationship built, there's no connection, then guess what? There's no reason why a person wants to work with you. If you're just blasting stuff up there and hoping that, you know, it's like kind of throwing mud on a wall and hoping that some sticks. So just remember that, okay? Now, the aim here, guys, is you wanna get at least 10 exposures a day. You wanna get at least 10 people watching the video, or 10 people who've attended a call, a webinar, all right? Or a combination of both. Me personally, I don't even invite people to the webinar until like an hour or 2 hours before it starts. Why? Because if I invite 10 people to a webinar at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I decide, well, hey, I've done my 10 exposures, I got 10 people invited to the webinar, then the time for the webinar comes and nobody shows up. Then what? You've wasted a whole day. Nothing has happened, all right? You've wasted a whole day. So what I do it is, if it's long before the webinar time, I'm getting you in front of a video so that I can follow up with you, get your questions answered, and possibly get you in the business same day. Or at least set a time to follow up with you the next day within a 24 to 40 hours, the max should be your follow-up time, okay? And we talk about that a little later on. So far so good, guys. Next thing you want to do, you want to make sure, and it's your duty to make sure that your clients, your prospects, your new business partners, they have all the apps that they need. They need to have the Epic app. You want to make sure that they've got that downloaded. Help them do it if they don't know what to do, if they're not too savvy. Help them. You want to make sure they have the MetaTrader 4 app. You want to make sure that they are on Telegram, all right? Everything happens on Telegram. You want to make sure they're on Telegram. If they're not on Telegram, then they're not getting any signals. They're not in the ENN network, the news network. They're not in the Epic Trade House community. They don't know anything that's really going on. And you want to help them get their Zoom app, because most of everything that happens on Zoom. If you don't have your tools for the job, how you expect to do business? Like, you cannot do business if you don't have all your business tools. Okay? So when you bring someone in, you have to make sure that you take them through this process. One, write a list. If you've been in this business for more than 7 days and you don't even have your list written out, shame on you. Shame on you. Every single person who's in this business for more than seven days should have their list written out and should have been adding to it every day since then. If you don't have a list up to now and you've been in for more than 7 days, you have to reevaluate how serious you say you are, but how serious are you really? You guys already know I don't sugarcoat stuff. I make people uncomfortable sometimes because, I just tell it as it is. All right. Now, here's the next thing you want to do, or don't do for that matter. You don't want to try to explain the business yourself. All right. You don't. If you're out there trying to explain what Epic is yourself, I can tell you right now, y'all, you're doing it wrong. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Listen, the most talking that I do about this business is when I'm doing a training. Is when I'm doing a training or when I'm doing a presentation. All right. If I'm not doing a training or a presentation, you can never find me doing a whole bunch of talking. Like, I don't do that. And you shouldn't either. Why shouldn't you do that? Somebody tell me, why is it that you should not be trying to explain the business yourself?
All over my body.
Okay. Yeah. So someone tell me why shouldn't you try to explain the business yourself? I see Kevin. Kevin, I see your hand is raised. Are you trying to ask a question, or is it that you forgot to take your hand down? Okay, well, let me go ahead and lower your hand. Okay. All right. So let me tell you why, guys. You don't want to be out there trying to explain the business, because that is not something that can be duplicated by everyone. All right. If you cannot duplicate it, write this down. If it cannot be duplicated, don't do it. If it cannot be duplicated, don't do it. You see, at the end of the day, it's all about duplication. If you're doing things that your team cannot duplicate, then why are you doing them? You only want your team to be duplicating the right things. So you don't want to be explaining the business yourself, because why? Everybody can't explain the business. Everyone can't do it. Could you imagine if you were out there, every time you talk to a client, a customer, you're saying, so Epic is this, Epic is that, you get this, you get that, this is how it works. That person gets excited, right? Then they go to someone that they think might be interested, and the person asks them some questions. So what's this thing that you're trying to explain to me? Oh, Epic is this and Epic is that, and they're saying some stuff, forgetting some stuff, it's a mess. And they sound like they don't know what they're talking about. The person, man, you don't sound like you're too sure. What you want to do is you always want to use the tools. Don't sell the business, sell the system, and let the system sell the business for you. All right, hope everyone caught that. Don't try to sell the business, or stop trying to sell the business, but instead sell the system and let the system sell the business for you. Why? Because everyone cannot talk, everyone cannot speak, everyone cannot promote, everyone cannot market, everyone cannot explain and put things over. But everyone can say, you got a few minutes to watch this video? Here's the link. Hey, you got some time around 8:30 p.m.? Great. Here's the link to a call that's happening. You can come on and hear the full presentation yourself. Everyone can do that, but everyone cannot explain the full business. So you don't want to spend any time trying to explain the business yourself. Does everybody understand that so far? If you understand that, that makes sense, drop a 111 in the chat. All right. Drop a 111 if that makes sense, and if everyone gets it so far. All right. The less you talk, the more you make. Just remember that. The less you talk, the more you will make. Duplication is the key to growth, guys. And if your team is not duplicating, your business is not going to grow. All right. It is just not going to grow. Now, let's move over to the next side here. Now, this is, as you can see, I put together a chart, and this chart has a duplication process of 3 versus 5. Yes, the company stipulates you only need 3 persons to hit your personal criteria. I did 3, but I also did 5 just to show you something. Remember, if the company said that you only need 5 people to qualify, and you need, and to, for your free membership, wouldn't everyone be then trying to get to 5? Of course, because that is what would have been promoted. That is what is being pushed. So if the company says you only need 3, what do you think people are going to push for? 3. If the company said that the minimum to get a free membership was 10, even though it would be a lot more difficult, what do you think people are going to focus on trying to do when they get in? They're going to focus on trying to get to 10. So my thing is, people will do what you teach them to do. Now, most people will do what you teach them to do, or they will at least try to do what you teach them to do. So we need 3, yes, but what if you got 5, y'all? Well, check this out. If 5 got 5, right, in 2 weeks, if you in your first week you got 3, or you got your 5, and then the second week those 5 got 5, you're at the level of founder 1,000. In 3 weeks, founder 2,000. In 4 weeks, ambassador 10. That's 1 month. In 5 weeks, ambassador 50. This is assuming if everyone just got 5 versus 3. Now we know everyone will not get 5, but what if people push for 5 and they only fell at 3 versus trying to push for 3 and only getting 1 or 2? Would it not be interesting? Would it not be interesting? You say get 3, so some person they find it hard because they fall short. But what if they push for 5 and they fell short and they only hit 3? Do you guys understand what starts to happen in your team? You get a lot more people hitting the rank of founder and above. As founders are breaking, you're going to be breaking founder 500s, founder 1000s, and so on. All right. Now, here's the thing as well. You notice that I said over on the right side that the goal is to achieve founder 500 in your first week. Why is that? Because, guys, in your first 72 hours, you should be aiming to hit founder. Now, the question is, how on earth am I going to do that? Here's something that I want you guys to pay very close attention to. One of the first things that you should be doing when you bring a new member into your business, pay attention to this. The minute or the day that they start, I want you to book at least 3 to 5 business launch calls with them. Does everybody get that? Let me say that again. The same day or the same time that that person signs up, as you are starting to go through the orientation process, which is this, you should be booking with that new person 3 to 5 business launch calls for them within their first 72 hours. So it could be on Zoom if it's someone that's local or you can get to, and you can, you set up a meeting at their home, whatever it be, or at a location. They invite some folks over, whatever it is, whether it's in person or whether it is a private Zoom call. All right, that will have, we can do 3 ways and so on. But 3 to 5 sessions should be booked. Why do you want to do that? Because you want to kick off with speed. You want to kick things off quickly. Success loves speed, y'all. Remember that. It loves speed. All right. Now, in doing that, as you're having these calls, here's where the PS3 comes into play. PS3, everyone. It stands for peak interest, share the plan or share the opportunity, and 3-way follow-up. Let's go through this very quickly. So in peaking interest is simply asking a question. Peaking interest is not having a whole conversation. It is asking a question. Hey, have you heard about Epic? They may say yes, they may say no. All right. You want to start a conversation. Hey, are you open to making, just a question, are you open to making some extra money? Have you heard about Forex trading? If I could show you a way, or if I can show you how I'm about to make a full-time income on a part-time effort, would you be interested in hearing how? I have a friend of mine that I spoke to today on Facebook, haven't heard her in a couple of months. And, I reached out to her. Did I jump straight into Epic? No, I didn't. I used the FORM approach. I want you to write this down. FORM, family, occupation, recreation, and money is an acronym. F is family, O is occupation, R is recreation, and M is money. So the conversation went like, how you doing? It's been a while since we connected. She said, yeah, hey, stranger, what's up? I said, I'm good. right? How about you? She said, I'm cool. I said, great. How's the family? She's like, the family's good. She started telling me about stuff that's happening with the family and, what's not, what's not. I said, great. Kids are good. Husband is good. Family is good. I said, so how's work? You still do it? You still teaching? She said, yeah, I'm still doing it. I love doing that. And what's not. I said, that's good, right? I said, with everything that's happening, I guess, you're not really getting much time for yourself. You're doing homeschool and all that stuff. So not much recreation time. We started talking about that. Do you guys realize what I'm doing? I already covered family, already covered occupation, already covered recreation. She said, yeah, we had our conversation. Then I said, well, let me ask you a question. Because she did say she doesn't have a lot of time to really do what she would like to do. But, she loves what she does. And the money could be better, which was good. I smiled when she said that. The money could be better, but it is what it is. So I said, let me ask you a question. If I could show you what I'm doing right now, that's actually putting me in a position to generate some pretty good income, and here's the thing, it can also work for you if you're interested in it and give you some more family time and make some more money. Is it something you'd be interested in taking a look at? Now, the reason I said it that way was she already told me that she wanted more family time. She already told me that she wanted more money. I simply repeated what she said. She already sold herself to me. She then asked me, she said, is it going to take away money from my family and is it going to take away a lot of time from me spending with my family? I said, actually, no, the opposite. I said it can provide more money coming into your family, and it can provide more family time once you do it correct. She already sold me. This is why it's important to pay attention and listen to persons versus telling them what you want them to hear. So she's like, okay, cool. I said, well, look, if you got a couple minutes right now, can I send you a video that explains how it works? It's only 10 minutes. She said, yeah, sure. And I sent her the video. Guys, you see how easy that was? I didn't force it. I didn't rush it. I had a conversation. And when the opening presented itself, that's when I entered. That's when I made my entry. If you're trading, it's the same way. You don't force the market. You wait for the market to give you the setup. And when the setup presents itself, then you make your entry. Same thing when you're talking to persons. We had a conversation. I was looking at the trend of the conversation. When I noticed the overall trend of the conversation, I basically look at, okay, so I asked questions. What is it that you're looking for? I asked to the form. So now I knew what she was looking for. So I have my supports and my resistance areas. Once I understood that, I was able to, make my entry. Boom. All right. So that's how you do it. Now, and peak interest, like you said, after that, you show the opportunity, right? If the person has time to view the information, that's when you share the opportunity. If they don't have time to watch at the same time, you don't send it. It doesn't matter what they say. You never send that video unless the person has the time to watch it at the same time so that you can follow up with them at the same time. All right. If there's a call that's going to be happening very shortly, invite them over to the call. All right. Three-way follow-up. This is very important. In the three-way follow-up, guys, and again, you guys will have this, you can read this. I want to move off of this slide. But in the three-way follow-up, you want to make sure that you're edifying your upline or whoever you're going to have on the call with you, okay? The reason you do that is because your prospect doesn't know that person you want to bring onto the call. There's no trust there. There's no relationship there. So you have to be the one to create that bond, that relationship between your prospect and the person you want to bring onto the call. All right. Now I already have what you can say there. All right. I've already got it there. The person's got questions. You say, look, let me try to get my upline on the call or my business partner on the call. He or she is making, good money in the business and helping other people to do that. And hey, he or she can answer all of your questions or 100% of your questions. And boom, get them on the call. Now, here's the thing. I've even made it even easier for you guys to do this. Because outside of the WhatsApp three-way call or Facebook, I literally have a Zoom room that is static, that is open, and I'm always there. So you just say, look, click this link and, send me a heads up in case I might be on another call with another group. Send me a heads up. This is free. Hit it, come in the Zoom room. I take you all the way to the room and we have the call on the spot. All right. So guys, again, what do you guys think about this this quick start launch guide? Do you guys think this is effective? Do you think that it can help? Do you think that it has quality information that could help with taking your business forward? Let me guys know what your feedback is before we move on. Okay, so Chris says very much so. All right. We got some other folks on the chat. What do you guys think? Kevin says it's awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. The Zoom room link. Well, okay, maybe someone in the room could send Alicia the Zoom room link, or you can check it in the, it's in the success, it's in our success room as well. It's pinned in the success room to the top, Alicia. Yeah, so it's always there. All right, so good. I'm glad that you guys like this information. I'm glad that you like that. Use it, have it, save it. All right, let's move on to our next slide. Now, one of the things that I sent you guys yesterday was a video that talked about taprooting. Who on the call has actually watched the full video? Is there anyone on the call that has actually watched the full video that I sent out yesterday, last night I think it was, and I said watch this video. Try to watch it before the call. All right, so Felicia watched it. Very good, guys. That video is so powerful, and taprooting is so extremely powerful. Let me show you guys why. One of the things that a lot of persons I hear complain about is I don't know who else to talk to, or I've heard you know, I've gone through my whole contact list already, you know, or I've gone through all my list, I've gone through my whole phone book, and I don't have anyone else to talk to. Let me tell you something. It's impossible to run out of people to talk to if you are doing it correctly. Let me explain why. You have a list. If you have a list and you have one single person in your team, that person also should have a list as well. So if you've got 100 people on your list, all right, and you run out of your 100 people, and then you should be connecting with that person in your team, not one single person. They should have their list as well of 100 people. You see what I'm saying? So how on earth could you ever run out of people to talk to? You've got a team now. Well, not a team. You've got a client, a prospect in your business. You've got a customer. You've now got another list that you need to be working on with them. So here's how taprooting works. So obviously, you know, we know that first of all, you go wide to create wealth, all right, and you go deep to create stability. So once you've put your first three members in, all right, leg one, leg two, leg three, boom, 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 right here, that now solidifies what you need on your first level. That is out the way. Now the step two is you want to now start to build out your other three legs, but this is how you're going to do it. You're not going to just take a bunch of people and slap 1, 2, 3 under you, 1, 2, 3 under you, 1, 2, 3 under you. No, guys, you are here to assist persons and take them. You're gonna show them the road, but you're not going to actually take the journey for them. You guys understand me? So you're going to assist. You're not going to do it for them because you don't want to handicap people. It's a reason why, you know, if you go to the zoo, they have a sign up that says don't feed the animals or don't feed the monkeys. Why is that? Because if you start feeding the monkeys, guess what? The monkeys are going to expect you to have to feed them every single day. They're going to be expecting that. They're going to look for that. You don't feed the animals because the animals are, you know, you're not supposed to do that because they're going to be looking for you to do it all the time. All right? So same thing in your business. You bring your first three in, you lock those in, but then what do? As you bring your additional members into the business, you want to start to build one straight line coming down on the left, in the middle, on the right. So you're not just doing it on one leg, you do it on three different legs. Now, here's the thing you also have to understand, all right? Real important. It is because I'm saying that doesn't mean that you alone are supposed to build out this leg coming down. If everyone is following I don't want to say the rules, but if everyone is doing this correctly, this will inevitably happen. Because obviously, if you've got your first leg and your second leg are full or big, and there's not much activity on your third leg, you're obviously not going to come and be putting people on your first leg and your second leg. That wouldn't make sense. All right. You're going to be putting them on your third leg because that's the leg that you now need to build up, to balance out, to hit your ranks, and so on. So you'll be now working more so with the folks on your third leg, and you'll be building coming down on that line. Does everyone understand that? So don't have the misconception that because that you're building a power leg coming down, that you alone are expected to build that power leg. Because here's what this guy, he brings in his three. Fine. If you are putting one under him, here's the thing, he still needs to put one on that outside leg. He still needs to do that. You feel me? So even though you put one there, he still needs to put one there too. So when he puts his one, where is it going to fall? Somewhere on this outside leg as well. Then he takes care of his other two legs. All right. This guy that comes in. All right. Guess what? even though he's getting a power leg built under him, he still needs to put one on his left leg, one on his middle, and one on his right. So he still needs to put at least one on this leg. This is how the power leg is built. From each person actually doing it. If everyone is not doing it, then it may seem like the power leg is not moving. But that is because each person is not doing their part. All right? So you got to remember that, guys. But you want to taproot. You want to come down. Now, here's the thing. What if you brought in this guy here? All right? What if you brought in this guy right here, but this guy decided that he's not doing the business. He's quitting. He's quitting the business. But he had this guy under him. Well, do you get frustrated and say, well, this is the guy that I brought in. I brought this guy in. He's done. No. You go under this guy. You go and work with this guy. You get his list and you start to work with him. Does everybody understand this so far? You want to dig deep, guys. It's like digging a well. It's like digging for gold. It's like digging for oil. You're not going to get it on the surface. You got to understand that the person that you bring in may not be the people that are going to take your business to the next level. Some of you be getting frustrated like, oh, my team dropping out. Oh, people stopping. Some people cancel. All right, fine. People do that. That's how business goes. People start, people stop, people change their minds. People quit. Get used to it. Accept it. It just means that they weren't the ones. But the person that you brought in that decided that they may quit, there may be somebody in their team that you can reach out to and just introduce yourself if they never connected with you and say, look, you know, I want to work with you, help you build your business. And that might be the person that might take your leg. Because remember, it doesn't matter whether the first person or a person that is 100 levels deep. It doesn't matter. Anyone on that leg, it qualifies the entire leg. All right? It qualifies the entire leg. So you could be working with a guy that is 50 levels beneath you, and it still qualifies the whole leg. All right? If you guys watched the video that I sent you yesterday, you heard what the guy Thomas said. He said, and even Mark Sterling said the exact same thing yesterday if you were on the video, the Super Saturday call. But this video I sent you, this was from 2013, you know, but same information. So check it out. It says, a recruit is not really a recruit unless they've helped your first recruit get a recruit. So if you brought one person into the business, until you've helped that person at least get one person, you've not really started to do business yet. Let's keep it real now. Your business isn't really, you don't really have a team until you're 4 levels deep. So these first 3 people, that's right, that's level 1. These persons beneath them, that's level 2, level 3, level 4. So guys, until you're 4 levels deep in business, your team is not really a solid team as yet. And until you're 8 levels down in debt, your business is not solidified. So you can't take your foot off the pedal yet. Can you imagine folks be giving up? They got 5, 10 people in their team, sometimes less. A few of those people drop out and they quit. I'm like, how do you quit? Like, you really haven't even started to do business yet. Here's another crazy thing about it. It hasn't even been 30 days. Like, my thing is this, and I'll be upfront. You know me, I'll be upfront. Like, if you're not committed to sticking in for at least 6 months, like, you're really not seriously ready to do business. Period. Now, I mean, folks might give all kind of reasons why the 6 months is long. I'll tell you the truth. I used to say a year. For me, it used to be 12 months. I actually reduced it from 12 to 6 before I started to take you seriously. Because if you're telling me you want to make 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, $100,000 a month, but you're not willing to give it 6 months even, how on earth you expect to make that kind of money if you wanted to give up in 30 to 60 or 90 days? That's impossible. Nobody makes that kind of money unless you're a super recruiter or you've got a huge following already. It's not going to happen. So that's another thing, guys. You got to prepare yourself and make up your mind that you have to give it some time to develop. Period. All right. Nobody should be quitting. Nobody should be giving up in less than 6 months. All right. So keep that in mind. So this is why when a person tells me I'm quitting or I'm done or I don't think it's for me, I don't even spend 2 seconds trying to convince them why they should stay. Because if your mentality is to give up and you haven't been in the business for 60 days yet, why am I going to take my energy to try to convince you? Convincing is a bad business. Guys, if you follow this taprooting strategy, you start to work with your team and the team of your team, guys, this is going to taproot you straight up to $10,000, which is ambassador rank. And you guys already know what happens in ambassador. That's where everything else opens up, okay? That's where everything else opens up. All the rewards, all the benefits, the retreats, all that stuff opens up at ambassador, okay? If you get 5 people who get 5 people who get 5 people who get 5 people, you're an ambassador. 5 people week 1, 5 get 5 is by 5 get 5 week 2. Those 25 get 5 week 3, and those 125 get 5 week 4. That gives you 625 new people in week 4. That's a total of 780 people. You're now an ambassador. You only need 500, but you would have had 780. 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. Like, why not promote that versus just get 3? That way, if you fall short of 5, you still land on 3. You guys see what I'm saying? All right? But taproot, dig deep. You should never run out of people that can. It's impossible. Like, you think I can run out of people to talk to with the size of my team right now? There's always somebody who should have a list. And I'm going to be working with that person in their list, right? And their list is going to be somebody in there, all right? So that's how you want to do it, guys. That's how you want to taproot and dig deep. And if you do that, I can tell you right now, your likelihood of hitting the big ranks is going to increase significantly. Do not give up because your people that you brought in quit. Do not give up before the first 2 or the first 3 or first 6 people quit, all right? Your business is probably going to be built 95 to 98% by people that you probably haven't even met as yet or don't know, not by the people that you have actually brought in yourself. Remember that, okay? Now, let's get some more practicality in this. One of the things that I want to encourage you guys to do is to have a daily mode of operation, okay? You want to have a DMO. If you don't have a DMO, and I'll stick a pen and see, Kevin, you asked, are lists hard to build? No, they're not. Here's what you can do. You can get a memory jogger. I'm actually going to post one into the group when I'm finished with this call. I posted them before in our group. I'll post one. A memory jogger helps you to kind of identify different people you can connect with. It will say, well, doctor, the guy at the supermarket, the dentist, and it gives you a whole list. I'm going to post one in the group. So a list is not hard to build. You have your phone, go to your phone, your contact list. How much people are on your contact list? Go to your Facebook. How many people are on your Facebook friends list? We're adding them to our Facebook, right? What's the point of you being there if you're not serving some purpose? You're just there just to do what? Just to watch everything I'm doing? Go to your Facebook list. Start to add names. Reach out to them. They said, man, no, I have no interest in anything that, not my thing. Okay, no problem, buddy. Delete. Why are you on my Facebook list for? Like, this might sound harsh, but in reality, why are they on your Facebook list? Why are they even considered as a Facebook friend if they have no interest in anything you're doing? You're not a friend of mine in real life. So if you're not a friend of mine in real life and you're not supporting my business, or you have no interest in anything that I'm doing, why exactly do I have you marked as a Facebook friend? You don't need to be there. It may sound harsh, but you know what? More than 50% of the people on your Facebook list, guys, you don't even talk to. You don't even know them. You just be adding people and people be adding you. You don't even know half those people. So what are you really saying? Why are they even there? If you're not serving a purpose, why are you on the list? So this is why I keep saying it's impossible to run out of people to talk to unless you're not talking to people, all right? So let's look at daily mode of operation, guys, okay? Now, here's a couple tips, a couple practical tips that you can, everyone can do. Let's start with the first one. I want you to think about time blocks. And as you have time blocks, thank you very much, Chris. Facebook is a business app. It's for advertising. It's for advertising. Do you know just by being on Facebook and having a Facebook profile, you become part of someone's marketing? Facebook actually allows people to pay money, right, to market different criteria of people based on age, based on likes, based on interest, and so on, based on country. So people are paying money to get access to you. Facebook is for business. It's marketing. So it's not for spectating. All right. People who really don't understand money spend all their time just on Facebook doing nothing, wasting time. All right. Now, let's look at time blocks, guys. Time blocks. Now, I say 60-minute time blocks, but this could be 15-minute time blocks. It could be 30-minute time blocks, whatever works for you. You see, what is more important than the amount of time is what you do in the time that you do block out. Everybody gets that, all right? What is more important than the amount of time is what you do within the time that you do block out to do the business. If you can only afford 15 minutes a day based on your schedule, then you should be making those 15 minutes as productive as possible. Don't waste your 15 minutes, okay? Every single day, here's another thing you should do. One, you should be adding 3 to 5 people per day to your prospect list every single day. So maybe some of you are saying to yourself right now, well, shoot, you know something? I don't even have a prospect list right now. I thought I was building this business seriously, but now that I really think about it, if I'm honest with myself, I even don't have a list that I'm adding people to every day. I don't do that. You don't need to tell me. I know that a lot of you don't. All right? Every single day, though, you should have a list that you can go to this list. I could show you my list. I got a list, right? And you should be adding new people from Facebook, from Instagram, from Twitter. Go through the comments that you had. People who liked posts that you make. Hey, I see that you like my posts. Have you heard of Forex? Have you already heard of Epic before the post that I made? Start conversations. All right, start 3 to 5 conversations with prospects, wishing them happy birthday or happy anniversary or congratulations on the job or the promotion. Every single day, do this. Get into conversation, guys. This is how you unlock the algorithm on Facebook as well. Did you know that just by going to someone's page that you, like if you check it, always the same people are the ones that you will see on your Facebook page, liking your stuff and seeing your stuff. And there's some people that even though they're on your Facebook friends list, you never see them. You never see any of their posts on your page, and you never see them liking your stuff. Try something. Go to one of them randomly. Anyone that you don't normally see any of their posts or you don't see them liking your stuff, go to their page and just start to like some of their posts. Make some comments. Put some like emojis, some heart emojis. Just comment. I can bet you $1,000 within the same day, you're going to see posts from that same person all of a sudden pop up on your page. They're probably going to start to like stuff on your page as well. Never been doing it for months. But the minute you go on their page, just start to like stuff. I'd be going through Facebook to random people and just be like, comment, like, love, whatever. Next thing you know, boom, I'm seeing they're liking my page, they're liking this post, they're liking this photo, they're liking this stuff. Then you know what I do? I can reach out now, start a conversation. All right? Everybody got that tip? Drop a 1-1 if these tips making sense so far. Give you guys what I do, all right? Let me give you some more follow-ups. You want to make sure to get back to previous potential prospects that you may have sent the information to before, all right? I want you to write this down, guys, all right? The fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. If you don't follow up, you're leaving your fortune on the table. So you've got to make an effort to follow up. Too many times people, they connect with people and then they never follow up. So what then happens is somebody else comes and follows up with them correctly and probably even signs them up. Now you see that person in the business, you're mad because you talked to the person first. You might have talked to them first, but you didn't take the time to follow up with them properly. So someone else came and finished the job for you. So the fortune is in the follow-up. If you talk to someone, follow up with them. Make a note, like I do, make a note of when you follow up. On my sheet, I got columns where I said connected on date, and I got the date that I connected with you. I got your name. I got your Facebook handle or Instagram or whatever. I got the date that I sent the first follow-up message to you. So if I reach back up to you to follow up with you, I know exactly when. If I do that twice and you never responded, then I move you into a different category. All right? Because I'm not wasting my time running behind you because I don't beg you. I don't like to beg. So I put you in a different category altogether. You see what I'm saying? Should you follow up with someone who quit? When you say quit, you mean if they quit the business, Chris? If they were in the business and they quit? Is that what you mean? If you quit, especially if you quit fast, you quit early, you told me that telling me you don't have the right mentality. I ain't following up with you. You already know what's up. You were in it. You saw it. You quit. So why should I be running behind you? That's not me. I don't do it. If anything, people who quit, they see what I'm doing and they come back. The persons who signed for $20 on the promotion. Now, what I basically do is I send out a message or I connect with them. I let them know what's happening right now. Find out if they're serious and if they're interested in moving forward. Sometimes person might say, well, yeah, I wanna, and they do it. Sometimes person might say, yeah, I wanna, then they don't do it. I put them in a certain category, right? I'll reach out to them probably down the road. They weren't negative, so I don't write them off completely. And persons who not looking to do anything, I put them in a different category. Red column for you. All right. I will check you way down the road. All right. That's how I do it. Next up, create curiosity posts, guys. Create posts on your social medias to create curiosity. Let me just say this. Anything that you guys and my team see me post, you can post. All right. I don't have anything copyrighted. And remember, your success is my success. You don't have to ask me permission to post or repost my stuff. Here's the thing though. It really doesn't make sense just reposting everything that I have. What you want to do is to create your own curiosity posts and post them up there, because you get more leverage, more, what's the word, man? Shoot, the word is right there on the tip of my tongue. You get more, the word's not coming. Traction, no, that's not the word, but you know what I mean. You get more traction if it's a post that you actually make yourself versus just sharing someone else's post. Did you guys know that? It could be the same exact photo, could be the same exact words, but you get more traction, more visibility if you share it yourself versus you sharing it from someone else's post. So get in the habit of being creative. Start to create your own post. I might share some stuff, it looks good, okay, great. But get in the habit of thinking about creating your own stuff, right? Make it unique. Be unique. Don't just be having the same posts all over. Think of how you can create it in your own way, you know, add your own stuff to it. Do that. Get in the habit of doing that. All right. Now, next thing is be serious about your time blocks, guys. If you decide that you're gonna block out an hour a day or 30 minutes a day, you've got to be serious about your time block. You can't be having all kind of stuff going on. You can't be doing it and watching Netflix at the same time. You can't be doing it and on your phone chatting with all kinds of stuff at the same time. You can't be doing it having family and everybody come interrupting you. Like, let your family know this time I don't need any interruptions at all. Don't call me. Don't message me, nobody. If you gotta put up a busy sign on your phone, whatever. I'm busy. In this 30 minutes or this hour or whatever, this is your time for serious business. If that's all the time you got, then you can't have people interrupting you. Let your people, let your family, let your friends know, don't call me. I'm not going to be answering or responding to you in this period of time between X and Y time. This time, I'm going to be busy. I'm working. You see, when you take your business seriously, it pays you like a business. If you play with it, you're going to earn monopoly money. And your business will never grow, for real. So you gotta start to change your posture about how you treat your business. If you treat money good, it's gonna treat you better. Next up, guys, I want you to become proactive versus being reactive. Okay, these dogs are just barking. All right. So be proactive versus reactive. Don't wait for your team to take action. All right. I want you to simply take action and lead by example. Be creative. Take the initiative. Stop be like, man, I wish my team would do this. I wish my team would do that. I wish my team would sponsor more people. Well, here's what, you go and sponsor more people. I wish my team would upgrade. Hey, if they're not upgrading, that's not on you. It just means that their mentality is not theirs yet. They're not ready to do business. Why are you fretting yourself up? Go look for new people. All right. Actually, one of the things that the owner of the company said is that there's a huge influx of new people. Not a lot of the people who would have signed up pre-launch mode in September. Majority of what's happening now is brand new people who are joining the business who don't know anything about pre-launch back in September. All right. So stop stressing about the dead and look for the living who's serious about doing business. Stop stressing about, oh, I got all these people in my group and they would upgrade. I wish they would upgrade. Forget that. It's been almost a month. What you gonna keep doing? Pining over the people who are not serious? Stop it. Go look for some new people. Stop it. Who's not serious just ain't serious. The amount of time you're wasting and spending trying to resurrect the dead, you could be out there talking to the living, building a list, increasing your list, making contacts, having conversations, prospecting some more, doing follow-ups, doing freeways, doing business. I don't even spend time going, whoever's in my group right now that's not upgraded, do you think I'm on the phone or I'm messaging them all 24/7? No, I'm out there looking for new people who are serious. All right. Now, Create a time block for follow-ups on your curiosity posts. So remember earlier on we said create curiosity posts to garner interest. It might be a post about Forex. It might be a post about Epic specifically. It might be a post about changing lives. It might be a post about how you're excited about your new business. It might be a post about, you're looking forward to what's coming, to the potential. Whatever it is to get curiosity. You don't want to give all the information. You want to give enough that people ask a question. That's all you're looking for. Hey, what's this thing you're talking about? Hey, what's this? I see you made a post on Facebook. See you made a post on Instagram. Tell me about it or send me some information. That's all you're looking for. You want them to ask you a question. All right? You don't want to give it all there. You want them to ask you a question. So here's the thing. The time block is important. You don't want to be sitting every 5 or 10 minutes, you're hitting refresh to see if somebody left a comment on your post. That's ridiculous. Do you understand how much time you're going to waste sitting down? Refresh. Oh, nobody's commented on my posts yet. Let me give it another 10 minutes. Refresh. Seriously? No. Create a time block. Later on, give it a couple hours, and then you come back and you see if there've been any responses on your post, any comments, any likes. You don't only have to comment. So you don't only have to respond to people who comment, y'all. If a person likes the post, it means that, okay, that's an interesting post. Think about it. They don't actually have to comment to show that they're interested. A person might like it or love it. That's basically what they're saying is, yeah, that post makes sense. Or, this is interesting. It means they're interested. Doesn't mean they want to sign up. It just means that's a good post. You might get a lot of people from Epic who would like it. Well, you can't, they're already in. But those who are not in Epic, reach out. Hey, I see that you like my post, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. So are you in Epic already? Are you already an Epic member? Do you trade Forex as well? Do you understand about what Epic does, or what I was talking about? It might be a post about your lifestyle or what you want to change. Hey, I see you like my post. Appreciate the support, man. So you feel like you can relate to the same thing as well, or just kind of start a conversation about what you're doing, about what you posted. The whole key at the end of the day, y'all, is create conversations, right? Like get into conversations with people. The person who's getting into the most conversations are relating to people and building relationships with people. Those are the people who are building business. Those are the people who are getting numbers. Because a person is going to be more receptive and open to listening to you if they feel comfortable with you. If they feel like they're just being sold something, if they feel like you just met them for the first time and you're ready to slap the business in their face. Like I reached out to a lady yesterday. I haven't heard her in a couple of years. I was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And here's the thing. As we were talking, she's like, so tell me, Lavera, what is it you trying to pitch me? I'm like, what you talking about? She said, yeah, man. I mean, you just said hello, the blue. I know you. What is it you're doing? Like you wanna sell me a business, right? I'm like, girl, I haven't thinking about business. I only show you just to say what's up because I hadn't heard you in a while. So you gotta understand, y'all, that people literally be waiting for you to pitch them. I can tell you that because I'm the same way. When someone just randomly hits me up like, hi, hi, right? No, I don't know you. We never had a conversation. The immediate thing I do, I hop onto your page. Okay, so what are you doing? Bitcoin mining. Okay, you're about to try to scam me, right? Right? Literally, for the minute you just I don't know you. Hi, how are you? Hello, sir. I'd be on your page immediately. I'm scrolling. Let me see what you doing. What you doing? Okay, you're making a lot of posts about that particular business. Okay, you about to pitch me. I'm gonna respond, hey, what's up? And I'll be there literally. I'll be waiting for the pitch, and it usually comes, right? People are the same way, so you can't just be in their face. Just be like, first time you meet them, hey, epic, right? This epic. This epic in your face, right? That's what some people be like. You're gonna sign up in this business, right? You want this money. I know you want to make money. Take this. You better sign up, right? No, man, you can't do that. Like people be expecting you to try to pitch them. You gotta surprise them. Just have a conversation. I remember Nicole mentioned to me yesterday. She posted. She's like, imagine this guy. He he's doing some other business or doing some other thing, or he left or dropped or whatever. And she didn't, after that, she was like, okay. She's like, okay. And the guy was like, so wait a minute, you're not gonna try to recruit me and tell me how much money you're making and try to tell me why you should do it and what I'm missing out on. right? No, right? That's how people are. People are looking for you to pitch them, surprise them. Don't be just pitching, like have conversations. And then they're gonna get comfortable with you. You might be surprised. They may ask you, right? They may ask you, hey, I see you, I see that you're doing this, I see that you're doing that. What's that all about? Because now they're comfortable. They don't feel like just someone trying to sell them something. People don't like to be sold, right? People don't like to be sold. People don't like to know that you pull one over on them. So just have a conversation. You'll be surprised. You start to do that. Plant the seeds, y'all. You don't plant a seed today and go back to the ground tomorrow and it's a full-grown tree with fruit. Seeds that you plant now may not bear for another couple of weeks, another couple of months. All right. So you gotta plant your seeds and give them some time. You gotta nurture them. This is the conversation. This is the rapport. This is the relationship. You gotta nurture that seed in the ground. You gotta fertilize it and nurture it and put some water on it. Give it some time. Let it give it a chance to burst through. The seed, and then it bursts through the ground and so on. You got to do it. Correct. You're courting them, Leslie. You're courting them. All right? You're courting them. You take it easy. There are some guys, they just try to rush right in for the kill. Hey, how you doing? So, yeah, let's do it, right? They want to go for the kill. But no. She's like, what? Turn off. But then you got the guy who's like, hey, look, man, let's go out. Let me take you to dinner. Hey, let's go for a walk. Let's go to a movie. Let's just go hang out. Let's just spend some time together. You're courting them. It's a relationship. That's how you got to treat your business, all right? Finally, busy people can do this as well. If you got people who are telling you that they're really busy, remember, you don't need a whole lot of time to do this. You just need to be as effective as possible within the time that you do have, okay? If you got 15 minutes, make sure that 15 minutes is worth it. Use your lunch break, your snack break. Use those as opportunities to reach out to people, reach out to prospects, all right? Guys, these are all tips practical things that I'm giving you that can help you to create, build your list and create a major list and attract people to your business as well, okay? All right, so far, 60-minute time blocks or time blocks in general. Everybody understand so far? Are we good? We good? Everybody enjoying it? Drop a 111 so far. We're going to move on to our next slide, all right? If you're enjoying it so far. We're coming down to the end, guys, all right? Fantastic. So I want you guys to type success, love, speed. Everybody type that in the chat real quick. Remember, there's power in your projections. So even in you speaking it and as you type it, you are putting that out there into the universe. I want you to type that right now in the chat. Success, love, speed. Yes? Success, love, speed. And this is so absolutely true, guys. This is a business. In this kind of business, success really does love speed. It does love speed, all right? You can do things the fast way, you can do things the slow way. There's some things that you want speed with, and there's some things you don't. Over the next 90 days, I want to introduce something called a 90-day blitz, where I want you guys, obviously this is recorded, I want you to go over it. If you're taking your notes, let's hit this thing hard, all right? And I want you guys to try for 90 days to be as consistent as possible with everything that we've been going through so far. I promise you, and I don't want to make guarantees, but I can promise you, I can guarantee you, if you guys do even 3/4 of everything that I just went through with you, I can guarantee you that all of you will hit ambassador, at least ambassador 10 over the next 90 days. I can promise you that. At least ambassador 10 in the next 90 days if you guys apply what I've shown you just now, all right? Now, here's the thing I want you to think about. I want you to think about an airplane on a runway, okay? Now, this is part of a training that I would have taken from Eric Worre. I want you to think about an airplane on a runway, all right? Just to show you, to put this in a perspective. If that airplane is on the runway and it needs to take off, right? You want your business to take off. I think everyone can agree with that. Everyone wants their business to take off. Now, for that airplane to take off and achieve a certain altitude, they have to have a certain level of velocity and speed that it's moving with. All right. So how much effort do you think is needed to get that airplane off the ground? If you put 10%, if that pilot, he's pushing that throttle, if he pushes the throttle 10%, do you think, will that airplane take off, guys? Talk to me. If that pilot is pushing that throttle 10%, will that airplane take off the ground? No, it will not. No, it will not. What if he pushes it 30%? Will it take off? No, it will not. What if the pilot pushes it at 75% throttle? Will it take off? No, it will not. Do you guys get the point of what I'm trying to show you here? When you're doing your business, you've got to put your all into your business, guys. You've got to be willing to try to achieve full speed when you're now starting your business and you want it to take off. Because here's the thing, right? After you take off, after you push up full speed and you get the speed you need to take off, after you reach a certain level of altitude, then do you have to keep your hand on, does the pilot need to keep his hand on the throttle? No, he does not. Then you can ease back after a while, you level off, all right? You level off. It's like the rabbit and the turtle, right? You want to be fast, you want to be the rabbit, but you don't want to remain the rabbit. You be the rabbit first and then you be the turtle. The same way, you kick off your business with speed and you go at full speed until your business reaches a point where you can then ease back. You've reached a certain rank or level that you can now ease back and you start to level off. You do some work with your group, do some work with your team, help some folk do the same thing that you did, then you move off again, full speed again. You can't stay the rabbit forever because you burn yourself out. The same way you can't stay on a runway forever because you'll run out of track and crash, right? Slow and steady is going to work well for your trading, your Forex education, but not so much for building your business. Does everybody get that? Slow and steady is good for your trading, your Forex education, but not so much when you're trying to build the business side of it. You want speed and momentum and velocity, okay? Here's another thing that I want everyone to understand. Before I move on to this slide, does everyone understand the concept that I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to get here on this particular slide? Yes? Let me know. You guys get the concept of this particular slide before I move on? Drop a 1-1, let me know what's up. All right? Speed is good. Slow and steady is good, but for certain things, not for everything. Okay, everybody says that they're good with that. Here's the thing, guys. Let's talk about this. Again, like I said, we're not going past 7 for sure. We're almost done either way. This might be the last slide, I think. All right? You can make excuses or you can make it happen, period. All right? You can make excuses or you can make it happen, right? So you can give the excuses, that's fine. You got excuses, that's fine. Have your excuses, but be prepared to own the results as well. Does that make sense? All right? You can give the excuses, but that's fine. Have all the excuses you wish, but be prepared to own up to the results you get after that. Some common excuses, man, my upline isn't helping me enough. What are you talking about? Your upline isn't helping you enough. He or she signed you up. They showed you what to do. They showed you how to get the information, where to find the information, how to plug into the training, where to find the signals channel, how to go into your back office. They've done their part. They've done their part. They have directed you to the tools on what to do and how to do it. Everything is already done. The university, the training, the courses, the videos, Super Saturdays, the back office training, it's all there already. Your upline or your sponsor was supposed to after they get you into the business, they were to show you where to find that stuff. Now, again, if you guys use the first chart that I went through, that I provided for you, then that is done. All right? They aren't giving me signups. It's not their job to give you signups. What are you saying? It's nobody's job to give you signups. If you want to get to Founder 1000, that's what, 30 people? That's 30 people. Okay. You want to get a Founder 1000. If your upline or your sponsor gives you 30 people, are you going to give them the commission? Are you going to give them half of your commission when it comes through? Are you going to say, okay, good, I'm making $1,000 a month. Here is 500 for the people you give me, or here's the full 1,000? Are you going to do that? I don't think so. So why would anyone expect that someone is supposed to give them signups? Right? That's not the case. I can only do this business part-time, so I can't get the results like I like. That's an excuse. A lot of people are doing this business part-time. A lot of people have jobs and they're still doing this business. Joy, what's her name? Joy Holloway or Joy Holloway, I think her name is. She's an ambassador 20. She's doing the business part-time, and she has an autistic son. What are you telling me? I have a friend who has an autistic son, right? Sorry, I don't know if it's autistic, but he has a disability from what she said she explained recently. It might not be autism, but I remember she said that. So let me tell you, so what really is your excuse? All right, life is hard, so I can't focus on it. What are you talking about? Life is hard compared to what? Life is hard compared to what? Right? Like, again, you can have excuses or you can make excuses or make money, guys. And here's a common myth. If you never quit, you'll win. Wrong. That's a myth. Stop telling people this. Just don't give up. Just stay in the business. Just don't give up. Don't quit and you're going to make it. That's a joke. That's a lie. That's not true. I know a guy that's a barber. He's been a barber for as long as I can remember, and he's still not a good barber after all these years. So being in a business long doesn't mean that you're doing the business correctly. Right? So stop telling people, oh, if you don't quit, there are people who don't quit, but they never get any results because they don't quit, but they're not doing the right stuff. So they might be in the business for a very long time, but they will never see the results because they're not doing the right things. So that's a myth. Stop telling people just stick in there and it's gonna work out. That's not true. Stick in there and do the right things, and it's likely to work out. Okay? Be upfront with people. Guys, to be successful in this, you need to be 4 things at least. 1, you must decide that you're going to do this, period. First thing, you must make a decision because success is intentional. I want you to write that down. Success is intentional, right? If you succeed in this business and you make it, it's your fault. If you fail in this business, it's your fault as well. It's nobody else's fault, it's your fault. Whether you win or you lose, either way, you are right. All right? You attract what you put out. What you put in is what you're going to get out. All right? Your input is going to determine your output. We could do this all day. Your input is going to determine your output. So you got to remember these things. You have to decide you're going to be serious about this business. You have to decide that you're not quitting. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. You've got to decide that even if people drop off, quit, change their mind, lose the vision, what does that have to do with you making a decision that you are in? You cannot expect to convince anyone to be serious if the first minute that someone decides, I'm not doing this, or you got 20, 30 people who drop out of your team or stop, you are done, you quit. So what you're really saying is, I am so weak-minded that these people losing the vision is going to cause me to lose my vision, and I am going to quit as well. Oh, my team is not working. Therefore, this is not working for me. I quit. So therefore, your future and your success is dependent so and tied so strongly to if those people quit on themselves, it has caused you to quit. How weak can a mentality be that you think that way? So you have to first decide that you're going to take this seriously. You have to be hungry for it. You can't just want this or kind of want this. You can't just be trying this out for a 30 or 60-day period. You have to be hungry. You've got to want this so bad that it doesn't matter who says or does what. You continue to do it and you're sticking to it because you are hungry enough for it. You got to want this as much as you want to breathe. You want to change your life, you want to change your family's future and your finances forever, you got to be hungry. You've got to be coachable. Number 3, if you're not coachable, then how do you expect to learn from the persons who are already doing it? You want to make $10,000 a month? Well, why not pay attention to the people who are making $10,000 a month or more? You want to make $50,000 a month? Well, why not listen and pay attention to the people who are making $50,000 a month or more? All right? All of the people that are teaching you, training you, have already accomplished that. They already know what it is to make 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. We've got millionaires in this business that are teaching you. David McCovey, the owner of the company, he was a normal distributor like me or you, a normal IBO in another company before he was an owner. Now he's a multi-millionaire, all right? And he has brought on other millionaires who are teaching and training you. And the 4th thing is you got to face your fear. Let's keep it real. You want to be shy? You want to be shy and do this business? You're not going to see the big results that you want. All right? You want to get into the real money? You want to see big money in this opportunity? You've got to do things different to the average folk. You've got to You've got to step away from being average. You got to face your fear. You don't like talking to people, but here's the thing. You shouldn't really be doing much talking in the first place. You should be using the tools and letting the tools do the talking for you. You can be sharing the information. Persons, anyone in this century, in this age who is doing network marketing has no reason to complain. Let me tell you why. Old school, it was phone. It was being on the phone. It was calling persons, all right? It was calling persons on the phone. It was literally in the gutter on the phone talking to people. Now we got Zoom, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got WhatsApp, you got Telegram, you got all these videos, you got all this stuff. So you've got all this stuff going on, right? That allows you basically, you've got all this stuff. You know, can you actually, ladies, looks like to, sorry about that, guys. All right, so you've got all this stuff going on that basically makes your business easier. All right, most people are not on the phone calling prospects, so therefore, no one has any reason to complain. Face your fear. Only when you face your fear, then you're going to put yourself in a position, guys, that you can break out of that box. If you ever want to break out of the average and move to the epic, you've got to face that fear. You've got to break out. You got to become the person that you need to be. When people say network marketing is not for me, network marketing is not for me either. It's for the person that I'm supposed to become. And I want you guys to remember that. What you're doing is not for you, for who you are right now. What you're doing, everything you're learning is for the person, all right? It's for the person that you need to become. So with that being said, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this training. I hope you guys got some good nuggets from it as well. If you guys enjoyed it, somebody drop, I don't know, let me know, man. Represent. Let me know in the chat. You can say whatever you want to say. I can't think of any words to tell you. But if you guys enjoyed it, if you enjoyed the training, sauce, that's a good one. Sauce, I like that. Drop some sauce in the group if you love it, man. But these are practical things that you can do, that you can apply. Like I said, you got to be committed. You got to decide. You got to be hungry and be serious. Take your business seriously. Have your time blocked and do as much as possible within that time period. Be intentional, right? Don't take your foot off the pedal until you've reached the stage that your business is paying you what you need it to pay. If you're saying, I want to make $10,000 a month, you can't be giving up. You can't be quitting. You can't be slowing up. You can't be in management mode as yet. You got to be on the pedal. If you're a billing business, you got to be recruiting. If you're a good recruiter, recruit. Don't be a good recruiter and be just spending all your time trying to do training, spend all your time trying to do even Forex training. We got a ton of Forex trainers. You know, we got Ryan and his group. We got Coach Matt's and her group. We got all the different trainers. We got Aluko and his group here in TeamAbundance. They do nuts and bolts session every week. I think it's Mondays and Thursdays, I think. But you guys can get more information on that in the group chat as well. Be plugged in. Pay attention to the group stuff, to the stuff in the groups. All right. If it's one thing that I really hate is when important information is posted in the groups and in the chats, and people don't even have a clue what's going on. Like if you are building a business, for crying out loud, pay attention to your business. You should be logging into your account at least once a day, looking at your business, where you are, how much people on each leg. Okay, so this is what I need to do. This is how much more people I need on this particular leg to hit my next rank. You know, you should be contacting your team. You should be doing 3 ways, finding out who needs 3 ways, going to your list, finding out who has a list and who you can work with in their list to help them do 3 ways. Like, you should never be bored. You should never have too much idle time. If you are building this business to get into the big money, you've got to change your posture, and you've got to change how seriously you take this business. All right, guys? I hope everybody gets that, okay? When you start to treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. So, guys, it's not 7 us yet, which is good. So this is just about 1.5 hours we've taken so far. I think that's good time for this training call. I'm glad that everyone enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed sharing this information with you. This is recorded, so I will have this uploaded to our TeamAbundance team YouTube channel. If you don't know what that is, it means you're not paying attention. You should know what it is, where to find that link, right? You should know where to find that already. So it's going to be uploaded to the Facebook, to the YouTube channel for the team, so you can grab it from there. If you're not subscribed as yet, I encourage you, when you do go to our YouTube channel, subscribe and click the little bell so that when a new video is uploaded, you can get it, okay? I'll just say this as well. We now have a new link for testimonies. If there's anyone that if you or anyone on your team that has a testimony or would like to share a testimony that you think is good, is powerful, you want to share it, please let me know. We will get your testimony uploaded to the team group and we will have it on that link as well. Can you imagine how powerful it is that you have a prospect and everybody is sharing that link and they see you giving a testimony? Do you understand what that does for your prospect? When they see you as someone who's giving a testimony, that in itself helps to grow your business, all right? So you see now you want to be shy, you don't want to be seen or known. You see how that's stunting your own growth? You got to stop it. You got to stop it, all right? You've got to stop it. There's nothing wrong with being seen or being known. It's not about hype, but understand that your team feels proud. Your team feels good. They feel proud when they can see their sponsor, when they can see their upline in the business, when they can see their sponsor and their upline, you know, giving a testimony or doing a presentation. They feel good. They want to emulate their sponsor. They want to emulate their upline. They want to be like them. They want to do what they're doing. All right. So if you want to build a big organization, guys, a successful organization, be the first to do it. And as you do it first, so shall others follow your lead and make an effort and an attempt to do that as well. All right. So again, thanks for coming on to the call, guys. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or if there's any assistance that I can give you. And I'll be more than happy to do that. All right. With that being said, have a good one, guys. I have another call at 7 that I got to head on to work with one of my teammates. So I'm going to head on to that call at 7. Don't forget, we have our 8:30 call tonight as well, if you have prospects that you want to invite to hear the full opportunity. All right. With that being said, have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.